fortunately with CM Punk, this is after WrestleMania. And of course, if you watch TMZ or a lot of those clips on the internet, you saw once again, let's just say, CM Punk and his temper. Backstory is, if you didn't know, there was a crazy fan trying to record apparently CM Punk's wife, AJ Lee, and Bailey having a moment. And apparently some people said that he was even saying some stupid crap, harassing the wife, harassing AJ Lee, to a point that Punk, well, people call it crash out, or he got pissed and slapped the guy's phone off. I mean, to some extent, it does look like a bit of an assault. And yes, for people who follow CM Punk, like it or hate it, fortunately to some extent, he does have a history of getting really mad. But you have to understand also that for him, this is sort of a repeated offense, time and time again. Whether he goes to the airport, hotel, or whatever, there's always going to be someone trying to harass him and either get an autograph or whatever. I mean, every time he goes to the airport, people would follow him, and he kept telling them, stop, you follow me on Instagram. He always says, stop following us, we're just people. And it's just no different. I mean, how would you feel if somebody's like recording your wife and then saying some weird crap? Of course you're going to get pissed. Problem is, they're a public figure, they represent TKO and WWE, so I don't know about that one. But for me, my thoughts is, was Punk in the right doing it? To some extent, and the key word there, to some extent, is yes. But you also have to just be wary that, hey, what does the company you're working for, what do they think? Is it a good thing? Are you trying to make them look bad? They don't like it, reputation. I mean, push got to shove already after WrestleMania, the post-show, apparently people were saying FTKO. So, I mean, you get what's happening. And of course, in my previous video about it, I did talk about how TKO is kind of like moving WWE in a different direction. Again, it is a business. I mean, maybe it's a what if that Tony Khan, if you didn't know, he did try to bid with WWE, working with Base 10 as an investor to get WWE. But of course, his offer was way too low. I mean, what do you think? And imagine Triple H, Nick Khan's working under Tony Khan. I mean, maybe it's not even bad as of right now what's happening. But again, potato, you decide. So anyway, back to the situation with Punk slapping guy's phone. In my opinion, it is justified because you're defending the honor of your wife. Like, are you going to stand with someone harassing your family? Probably not. No way, Jose, no siree, you know what it means. And yeah, I mean, like I said, he does have a short temper to some extent, but repeated offense kind of make you do that time and time again. I mean, heck, even John Cena, if you didn't know, there have been times where you can tell he's trying to be nice. And sometimes he may be like a smart ass responding to people, but you're harassing the guy. Like, John Cena just wants to eat like a sandwich, drinking his coffee, and you're there harassing him. What's going on there? Like, dude, relax. So anyway, yeah. So what Punk did, in my opinion, was right. He was in the right, but you are representing a company, so you got to be careful about it. So, again, we'll just wait and see what happened there. And hopefully that TKO or Triple H or W said, hey, you know what? You did the right thing, or we get what you did, but you gotta keep it down low. But again, you can't blame him. You can't blame him because it's like a repeated offense. Time and time again. People keep harassing him. Like, what do you think? Oh boy. New updates on this situation, and apparently this is not an isolated situation during WrestleMania weekend. So the backstory, apparently a lot of people were saying, including TMC Sports, credit to them for of course the video, but of course there's also more than the story of what's happening. And apparently the hotel that they booked for the wrestler is called the MGM Grand Hotel. And unfortunately, yeah, there is a lack of security. Heck, where's the WWE security or escort? How come they're not there? And apparently, they did not even sign up for a private booking. So in other words, they're just there, same as with the fans. So of course, you know what's going to happen. So like I said, it's not really an isolated incident with CM Punk. So apparently, prior to that, there was a WWE talent who's getting mobbed by fans to a point that Damian Priest had to intervene and kind of protect her. You can see that. There's even Randy Orton trying to find an elevator. People were like flocking to him, which is again creepy in my opinion. Drew McIntyre in the casino, they were mobbing him, even asking him, hey, back off. Heck, even Booker T apparently said that some people followed him in the bathroom, that's creepy. That is creepy there, like it's gross. And then the update with the CM Punk incident was that there's another clip that's shown, and for whatever reason, the clip that was uploaded was the guy who got his phone got slapped off. So why would you do that thinking that it's going to be that, oh, look, Punk is being a dick like that? Well, that wasn't the case, because more to the story is that apparently what's happening, yes, they were in a lobby, and apparently people saying, oh, the lobby is a public sector, which apparently not, according to the MGM Grand Hotel, but I'll explain that later. What's happening, there was a great moment with Bayley and AJ Lee hugging out, making their best friend. And of course, if they know AJ Lee, even so she is working, signed with WWE, I think from a lot of people did say that she is only a part-timer, because she kind of even said that after WrestleMania, she's going to be taking a break. And for people also don't know, I don't know if it's true or not. I just heard this in the internet, so correct me if I'm wrong, including you, CM Punk, that AJ Lee also have some challenges, let's just say. There's sort of a concern with her mental state to some extent. I mean, I don't know. I'm just hearing about that. So anyway, the other clip that they showed was Bayley was hugging AJ Lee because they're best friend. But apparently the guy was actually harassing him. It looks like it. I think they said that he was saying something stupid. I don't know. Again, it's hard to say. To a point that even that he was trying to get too close. I guess he wanted a hug with them, which is personal space. Again, I don't know. That's what people are saying. That to a point that Bayley had to move out of the way talking to AJ Lee. And the guy keeps following Bayley to a point that she even said, dude, go away. Get out of here, dude. And she even pushed the phone away. So when you're seeing Bayley pushing the phone away, that should be telling you that, hey, back off. Again, in this situation, I don't think they mind you just recording that because it's a felt hard moment. But if you're trying to get close to their space and Bayley's telling you, hey, back off, and she's even pushing away, that's a sign like, hey, man, you're too close to a point. And that's why CM Punk, push cut to shove, just got pissed. Like, he didn't really probably give a damn. He probably doesn't even give a damn if he gets in trouble with TK or WWE. But again, he's defending his wife. And like I said, AJ Lee, I think at some point there were some sort of like mental state, like situation concern. Again, I don't know. That's just rumor than what I heard. So I could be wrong about it. But again, none of my business. Again. So the problem here is that some people say, oh, it's a public sector. Well, I mean, most cases, if you can go in without any restriction, then yes, it is a public sector, mall, retail store, whatever. But the other rule is it illegal to take someone's picture in a public place? Sadly to say, is no. In a technicality, in a legal situation, no. But in a moral situation, why would you do it? What's wrong with you? Don't you have any like decency? Like, do you understand privacy? Like, how do you feel if someone does it to you? Well, what the old saying goes that don't do to others that you don't want to be done to you. Just saying there. Like, how do you feel if somebody's recording you while you have a heartfelt moment and you're getting close and even saying some stupid shit? You tell me. That's saying there. Apparently, that Bayley was even asking the person to go away and he refused to a point that, yeah, Punk got pissed. And like I said, most common rule in a technicality, in a legal way, it's not illegal. Because, I mean, a long time ago, I was in a situation with my friend. We were in a public place, and this employee was just being a dick, and a friend of mine decided just to teach her a lesson to take a picture. Again, not illegal. You might not like it. Word of thumb is, don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. That's it. But that's a different story there. So the bottom line is, the guy failed to comply with what Bayley said. Again, now going back to the MGM Grand Hotel, apparently for them, there's actually a fine line term of service if you sign, rent, or stay on their hotel. And that is lobbies, casinos, hallway are private sector. Apparently for them, that's private sector. See, what I mean, that's illegal, that's wrong, that's against business law. Well, it's a private business to some extent. That's their rule. They follow their own rule. Like Nintendo, like Sony, there are rules that you might not agree, but it's their company. They have within the right. Don't like it, don't support it. That's it. So apparently, according to the MGM Grand hotel terms of service, lobbies and casinos are private sector, meaning you're not allowed to take someone's picture without permission. There you go. So again, it's kind of weird, but of course you gotta blame TKO because where's the security? Where's the escort? I mean, you saw that video with CM Punk that even heck, Ace still had to even intervene, just say, hey, just calm down, calm down. Yeah, so in my opinion, the situation is, it's a mess. You can blame TKO for not protecting their employees. But second is, to some extent, is the person's already telling you, hey, back off it, you didn't do it. And it's a private sector. What do you think is going to happen? So CM Punk just said, you know what, you're pissing me off. There you go. That the guy's lucky that he didn't get assaulted because, CM Punk apparently was known to assault people if you piss him off. I mean, it is what it is. And a lot of people even said that, okay, try this shit to Brock Lesnar, see what happened. And yeah, I can guarantee you Brock's probably going to push the living crap out of you because you're crossing the line. That's the thing. You can tell that Punk was pissed off. And again, what can you do? So then the guy even said that he wanted an apology from CM Punk. No. The thing is that the guy who took the picture is at fault, in my opinion, because one, even so, I think it was cool in the beginning. The guy just went too far, got too close. Bailey already told him, hey, back off, go away. Like, do it on distance, fine. I mean, in the case with Punk, he could have done better than slapping the guy's phone. Maybe, but he's tired. He was the main event. He wants to rest. It's like after midnight. What do you expect? So that's why they're trying to get to their hotel room, and you're there swarming them? What do you think? I mean, he could probably done the right way to some extent by saying to a guy, even aggressively, but still not to a point that you're going to be assaulting someone, said, hey, do you mind backing off? You have a moment here. I don't appreciate taking a picture of it. Just back off. Give them space. That's it. But the problem is that because Bailey already said it multiple times and the guy didn't listen, to a point the Punk said, you know what, screw this guy. This guy's just pissing me off to no end. There you go. So yeah, unfortunately, it is probably WWE TK's fault. They need better security. And like I said, a lot of wrestlers were saying that they were getting mob squad. They're getting mobbed, and they're not doing anything about it. Because apparently, according to James Romero, I just saw his video, normally they would book a hotel for them exclusively and make it a restriction area. But I don't know why not this time with WrestleMania 42. Who knows? But yeah, it's kind of a mess. But like I said, in my opinion, Punk was in the right because A, he's defending his wife, he's defending his friend. 2, MGM Grand Hotel is a private sector, not a public sector, because according to them, you're not allowed to take someone's picture without their consents. You're in a private place. I know people can argue, oh no, it's a lobby. No, according to MGM Grand, they said, nope, private sector. What do you expect? So there you go to the follow-up update. Let's see what happened next with this situation. So anyway, yeah, that's my thoughts about it. And yeah, unfortunately that this happened, but what can you do? So that's my thoughts. So with that, I'll see you guys later.